What up, watch peeps? Is fun for money a watch category? If it is, it's a big part of what I do on this channel, and that's a big reason why Armitron comes up every so often. Now, I've got a couple armies already that I really enjoy, but they sent me a Griffy to check out, so let's get to it. I'm Pete, and we are Chillin' with Watches. Wrist check, gangsta. Going with the Tuna Royal today. Now, I can't tell you guys how much I love this watch and how comfortable it is to wear, but today we're here going to look at an Armitron. Armitron's packaging kind of reminds me very much of what you get with like the affordable Casios, which also fall in the fun for money category, I suppose. Now, Armitron has some pretty wild and some pretty basic stuff in their lineup, but pretty much anything from the retro lineup kills. And just look at the awesome case and bracelet on this one. Now, if you like the Hamilton or the Bulova or even the Yema LEDs, but you aren't sure they achieve the for money part of fun for money, then this is your guy. They're 60 bucks, but you'll be able to get them for less than that. There are discount codes that stack on top of their sale prices. My buddy Joe is an ambassador. I'll put his link in the description along with his home phone number. Just call him up, ask him if his fridge is running. Now, these LEDs come in a bunch of colors. There's traditional red, there's a blue, this green we have here. There's even a PVD cased one of these with white LEDs. Super cool. Now, these are all vintage inspired and vintage size. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, okay, well, you know what? Sure you can. Now, these all use stainless steel cases, full stainless steel cases. No silver painted plastic here. Even the finishing is surprisingly good. Look at the brushing and this polished chamfer. Now, that is a polished chamfer that you can write home about. I love this barrel-shaped case design with these straight angles down towards the bracelet. You get brushed case sides. Even the little branding down in the corner is pretty cool looking. Now, it's just a pressed on case back, but it does still give you 5 atmos or 50 meters of water resistance, which is more than enough for this style of watch. The bracelet is very similar to what you find on a Casio AE168 and the like. Very retro in both style and construction. The clasp is one of those kind of slidable, adjustable clasps that you find on all of this style of watch. Now, in this case, this bracelet starts at 16 millimeters at the lugs, flares out to 20, then tapers all the way back down to 15 at the clasp. Now, this one, along with my other Armitrons, is a killer little lineup. Let's go over the numbers real quick on this, and then we'll take a look at them. Going over the dimensions, at the widest point, this case comes in at 35 millimeters. And by the way, don't trust the numbers on the Armitron website. They are all thoroughly wrong. It has a 40 millimeter lug to lug, and it comes in at 10 millimeters thick. And like I mentioned before, 16 millimeter lug width. Now, going over some of the other specs, they just use a acrylic crystal here, push button LED for the loom. It's just a digital movement that has time, date, and running seconds. And it has 50 meters of water resistance. Now, on this bracelet, this thing comes in at a comfortable but not insubstantial 72 grams. So let's take a look at it on wrist. And here is how it wears on my 7¼ inch wrist. If you're thinking it's small, I mean, yeah, it is. It's supposed to be, and trust me, you will absolutely get used to it. But it is a very comfortable and very cool watch to wear. Let's take a look at it side by side, my other armies. So we'll go from the LED down to my Armitron Digital. Again, another similarly sized watch. This one does have kind of a wider lug there. I really like this digital one. They both have like a nice substantial heft to them, having all stainless steel cases. If you're curious what it looks like, stacked up to something you might be familiar with. I mean, here it is next to a 5600. As you can see, it's smaller, but it's not like minuscule compared to a 5600, which I know a ton of you guys wear all the time. So adding an analog into the mix, I think this makes a really cool lineup going from the LED to the digital to the analog. Just a really cool little mini collection, if you will. And they're all a lot of fun, just vintage retro inspired pieces. I think if you bought any one of these, you would not be disappointed in the build quality or construction of them. And I think you would definitely enjoy wearing them. So there you go, the Armitron Griffy. I love their retro lineup. All the designs are super cool, and I think the slightly higher price over Casio's is warranted, as the materials, the construction, the finishing are all superior and still represent a good value. All right, before I let you go, sneaker check, Fire Red's in the house, and that's it. I'm out. If it's not too much trouble, please like, subscribe, and come back next time. Peace.